The name of my current business is Chooser, and we provide solutions for companies who want to hire good candidates through their employees' existing social network. In my spare time, I play mind-numbing games, which help me relax, and I watch the dumbest programs you could ever find on TV. Anything to put my brain to rest. The biggest low I hit was when I went bankrupt at 26. So that was the end of my 4-year run with my first venture. I raised money from family and friends, so I had to look people in the eye and basically say, I've lost your money. I was in debt, and I had to represent myself. My father had just passed away from a 2-year illness, and that really was like everything came together to be really terrible. And today I consider it probably one of the most meaningful and positive experiences I've gone through, from the business perspective, of course, because I'm not so afraid to fail anymore. I've gone through it. I think the biggest sacrifice I had to make was the quality of my living during the periods where I always had the alternative of having a day job where I could be paid more than what I was being paid at the same time. So there was a period where my friends were just progressing in the ranks, and they'd go out and they'd have a good time, and I couldn't spend the money they were spending because I was constantly building my own business. I didn't have a salary for a long time. That was a big sacrifice. I wasn't experiencing the same social process that my friends were. The first business I went into was when I was 22 years old, fresh out of the Army, and I basically had licensed technology to provide internet in public places. So way back in 1997, I started putting these kiosks in hotel lobbies and in youth hostels where people could put a coin in and browse the internet or check their mail for like $1 for every 5 minutes. And then later on, that business evolved into providing high-speed internet access in hotel rooms. And I did that for about 4 years, and then we crashed. I've had probably 2 regular jobs. Neither were more than a few months at a time, and the rest were just programs that I volunteered with over time. But I've been an entrepreneur since I remember myself. I just had ideas and I wanted to implement them. I never thought of it directly from the point of view of, I'm going to make $1 billion off of this. I think the one thing that I walked away with all these years, concluding about if you want to go into entrepreneurship, what should you be ready for? It's an emotional roller coaster. Be ready to be bipolar. Even if you're not bipolar, be ready to experience days where you're going to be feeling at the top of the world, and that's going to pass quickly, and then be ready for the lowest of the lows, and that's going to pass quickly too. And if you can manage those peaks, you're probably right to be an entrepreneur. Everything else will fall in place.